How's it going, guys? Andrew here.
And Caleb.
Welcome to another podcast.
What is this? Number 13, 14?
Something
Who knows?
like that.
But it's a very special episode. And you know why it is, Andrew?
Why?
Because we have our first guest.
Woo!
And that guest is my good friend, TooTallTre. What's up, Trey?
Hey, what's good, guys? How you guys doing?
Oh, this is exciting.
Just to give a little background, we are not in our usual setup.
Not
we
at
are
all.
very cramped. We are within a foot of each other.
Yes. We are sharing little headphones.
Yeah. So this is great. What movie did we just see, Andrew?
We just saw Captain Marvel.
And it was great.
It was great.
Trey, what were your initial thoughts?
Well, overall, pretty good. I'd probably give it about 7 or 8 out of 10.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, it's solid.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Solid movie.
yeah.
So you do numbers, I do letters, and Caleb does thumbs up.
Thumbs, just straight thumbs.
Just straight thumbs.
Hey.
I give it one thumb up with a thumb to the side.
Okay.
Whatever you want to think that is numerically, that's up to you.
I gave it a B.
A B.
It is a
B?
B for me.
I think we're all in agreement then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
B. B minus B.
For me, like, I mean, I joked about it a lot through different podcasts and minis on the channel that, like, I wanted to hate it, but I really
Right.
didn't. I do eventually want to hate a Marvel movie, but I knew it wasn't going to be this one. And going in, I left and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought I was going to get.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little better, but there's definitely some things that stole the show. When your main protagonist isn't the one leading the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you thought, Trey, but we loved
Loved the cat.
the cat and
Yeah.
loved
Yes.
Ben Middleston.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
the main scroll. The main scroll dude
he
was...
Yes,
was
yes.
hilarious. And
Oh,
like
yeah.
halfway through the movie, like when they were at, see, look, we're just talking about like the middle of the movie.
Oh, yeah. We'll get
Oh,
into it.
100%. I got you.
We're not into any plot yet.
Like when they're
Okay.
when they're all talking at Brie Larson's friend's house, like I just lean over to Caleb and like, dude, the scroll is stealing the movie. He is so funny.
And spoiler alert, he's not the main villain. But I
Yeah.
legit said, this is my favorite Marvel villain at
Right?
the moment.
Is he the new Loki?
Right?
Well, because you know.
But the fact that they made him a good guy
Yeah.
after that was... But yeah, when your villain is that likable, you have to make him a good guy, you know?
Yeah, there was no way he was gonna, and that's like we talked about it earlier. They just totally debunked all the theories about people being like, which Avenger is gonna be a Skrull?
Oh, yeah.
Who's gonna betray the like? Well, the Skrulls turned out to be good guys. So.
Were we getting theories about Agent Carlson being a Skrull way before Captain Marvel?
Maybe
I can see that.
Right? Because,
Um,
that was definitely the biggest one. It was either him or Rhodey were, like, the big Skrull conspiracy theories.
I'm glad they got it out of the way early.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
Because when I saw him standing
Hermos.
there... What?
What did you say?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
when he was standing like that, with his shoulders up, and he's like, yes, sir. I was like, that's not Agent Carlson.
No, yeah, he was acting very weird. Also, I just don't think he was in the movie like at all.
He didn't need to be.
He didn't need it. He was in there just for fans that were like, "Oh, I
Clickbait.
remember him in Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic
That was
Universe."
so long ago.
It was
Dude, Iron Man came out in 2008.
something like that.
That's crazy.
What a time we live in.
Right?
Oh, yeah, Trey, how did you think about the opening Marvel logo this time?
Oh, yeah.
So, it was good. Overall, I mean, they had to give kind of a preview of like the whole like Kree skull and like.
Oh no, not that part.
No,
you
no,
said.
no.
Wait,
The title of like the Marvel Studios.
The cinematic part.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the stand. Okay, yeah. No, that was. I mean, you know, you have to give out a
It was so touching.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You have to be memorable. You know, you got to pay your respects to. You
And
know,
honestly, at
where's
this point, I wouldn't be mad if they just keep doing that. You know, for like the next year or two.
It was something I never thought of that as playing like an homage to him in that
Right.
way. And when I was like, when it first happened, I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like, I was very proud of what they thought of.
I thought it was gonna be such a little thing too, but they made it the whole.
Yeah, I thought it was just
sequence.
I thought he was gonna be like the first one you saw, but then
Yeah.
it was just all of his cameos, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
I wonder if there's some beef with Jack Kirby. He's like, you know what? I created like a good majority of these characters too.
That beef is ridiculous.
Or is there any beef? They could be cool dudes. I don't know. Is Jack Kirby still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he was a producer in Spideyverse,
That's it.
but like a very far producer. Like his name was attached, but like nobody wanted to talk to him about it. I'm pretty sure.
Really? Is he a bad dude?
Maybe it's not bad.
Or
Maybe
just because he's not as
annoying.
public, right?
Yeah, he just whines a lot.
I don't know.
I don't know, but we're not talking about that. We're
Yeah.
talking about Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
I have a
Yeah.
side note on to the whole the Marvel Cinematic thing. Is what did you guys
Go for it.
discover about the cameo for Stan Lee?
Oh,
What'd you guys think of that?
What was he reading? What was the script?
Oh, yeah. It's because what was he saying? He was like, "I'm the savior of the universe" or something like
Yeah.
that. I will save the universe. It
I-
started with an M.
Yeah, it was like red and it had M in it, and I couldn't place my fingers on what he was reading.
It
for.
was a script. For
Yeah, I didn't catch it. I just kind of thought it was maybe a newspaper article or whatever. I couldn't really catch it, but
It definitely looked like a script. I think it looked like a play script.
Yeah, I don't
a
really know. Like,
playwright.
I wonder, like, because this takes place in what, 95, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, 95.
I think it takes place in 95. Because she said 6 years ago it was 1989, and I can do my basic math. So, I think the movie takes place in 1995.
Yeah. Quick side note: there's a lot less nostalgia thrown at us.
Yeah, it was
We got
really just, like,
Blockbuster and
the
Radio
first few
Shack
minutes
thrown at us, and that was about it.
and dial up.
Hey, yeah, it was close to dial up.
Yeah.
But I will say, you're about to lead into it, Trey. There was a lot more like exposition in the first act. Like we were with that whole gang for a while, and that whole like infiltration ambush thing. I didn't think we were gonna get that much.
Mm-mm. So, yeah, Trey, what were your thoughts on that? Since you were kind of already talking about that.
oh, I mean, you have to do your introduction. I mean, you kind of have to make it so everyone can understand what was going on. Like for me, I mean, I knew a couple already of the main cast, so I was like, okay, well, that's no big deal. But I kept trying to think of it from what'd you say, your average viewer kind of point of view. It's like, oh, these guys have
Right.
a pretty cool introduction. So
Yeah, and she has a lot of backstory, so it does make sense.
right,
Because I mean, I don't read that many comics, but the ones I do are like big boys. You got your Batmans, your Supermans, and whatnot. Captain Marvel is definitely one of the ones I know the least about.
Right? I know nothing.
I don't know about you, Trey.
I didn't even know her name was Carol.
Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
Correct.
I
Carol
didn't even know
Danvers.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't. All I know is that she used to be Miss Marvel.
Vers.
Oh,
Her name
Vers.
is Vers.
My bad.
Um,
Yeah, Trey, did you think that was kind of cheesy? That the reason she got her name as Vers is because her dog tag just chipped off a little piece.
I honestly I have no idea. I mean, that could be very plausible. I just kind of went like, okay, that's her name.
Okay.
I just was like, that's fine. That's her name. Whatever.
I'm just mad that it took me that long to realize it. Because, yeah, when they showed the dog tag, I was like, duh. But I was like, why didn't I know that? I knew her name was Carol Danvers. Why
See,
did
I didn't. So, like, I guess that kind of makes sense for people that have no idea. But,
All right, I was trying to look up.
yeah,
what
just
they-
give up.
It's going
Give
to take
up.
a while before that even comes
Yeah.
out.
Trey, if you were wondering, he was still looking up what Stanley was reading on the train.
It'll
Just
come
gave
out
up.
tomorrow
is he?
at some point.
Yeah, he was. He gave up on it.
Yeah, that's why I was a little.
Someone will
Speaking
mind out,
mindlessly.
and we'll know about it.
Yeah. Well, when we have interns in like 3 years, right?
Well,
Well,
the check check person over there.
check person,
Right.
And
Fact checkers got you.
a Carl.
yeah,
His name's gonna be Carl. I don't care if it's like Danny or something. His name's Carl.
Carl. There we
It's
go.
always gonna be Carl. Anyway, that little city was cool. The whole like metallic thing.
Oh yeah.
Hala, was that where they're from?
Yes, Holla.
Yes.
Hala.
Mhm.
And that was the planet name, the Kree homeworld,
I think so.
Yep.
and that's I'm so bad with this. It's been so long since I've seen the movies. What was the planet that Thanos destroyed that Guardians of the Galaxy took
Oh
place on?
man, I don't remember.
Where like the Nova Corp planet?
Yeah. Let's just call him Nova Corps planet.
I like that one.
Gosh, I know this.
Right? It's
I know,
like tip of the tongue, but
I feel like you could be looking that up, or I
No.
could. But
Yeah, your phone's closer.
it's
Because it definitely got destroyed. I remember because that's where he got the Power Stone, and he said he got that easily. But we got that. We may have gotten an Easter egg for Nova. I just can't wait for them to finally introduce Nova somehow, because they're exploring this whole Cosmo universe galaxy side of Marvel with Guardians of the Galaxy and with Captain Marvel. So Nova's like the obvious next step, you know?
Yeah.
Adam Warlock's coming in too.
Suppose.
So
I
right?
liked that the little planet that we went on for a few minutes where they were trying to go to that beacon. It was kind of like ruins and very
when they were at the very
Desert.
beginning?
yeah.
Yeah, when they were, what was that? They were
Planet?
trying to find somebody?
They like found a beacon for like a scroll or something.
I thought it was like a rescue mission. Because
Rescue mission or
he was a Kree and he had like an identification number,
maybe that was it.
and they ended up ambushing.
Oh, at the very beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the very
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the plan looked cool.
At the scroll ambush.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a cool planet. Also, one thing I'm thinking, Skrulls, I feel like if they had guns in that ambush, they would have just wrecked the Kree people because like
They did have guns, I thought. They
No,
had
they
those
just-
weird.
they had like this baton things because
Uh-huh.
like they all just started like charging like towards like Jude Law and everybody, and then
Well,
they
they,
just started
they had that like
shooting.
shield thing too, I guess. I don't know. That's like incomprehensible technology. We're just primitives. Remember what did
Yo,
they call
let's
us?
not forget the one dude who had the two pistols and he held them like,
like
it
a
was
bow and arrow?
and I was
Yeah.
like, that is so inaccurate. Like,
Yeah, what's the point of that? Why would you like shooting at the hip and not shooting at the hip? Like actually aiming. I mean, if you don't make the first one, you're bound to make the second one, right?
hopefully you're not shoot your hand of your other.
I've shot a gun like once, okay? So I'm not gonna act like the expert on shooting guns.
I'm not either, but it did not look like the most accurate way to do it.
Yeah. God, I had another issue with that whole intro sequence.
What about the cliched radio comms going out?
Oh, right?
Oh,
Like,
that was
Minerva and
stupid.
yeah. I was like, okay, we could have definitely seen that coming.
like you have your technology is so advanced that you have an AI controlling your whole society. You can't get down basic radio signals.
No, you're good. One thing it's a
So
cliche
dumb.
in all like movies where the two main characters are fighting and having playful banter in like the opening scene to like,
what's up with
establish
this?
their characters.
This like borderline sexual tension
right.
between Jude Law and Brie Larson.
And also, okay, I guess I'm gonna get on a little tangent about Brie Larson, and it's not her fault. I love her; she's great in The Room. She's great in the Jump Street movie. But half of the movie, she just has this like teen angst. Like we
I would
talked
even say,
about.
I would say a good majority of the movie.
A good majority, she's just this like smart ass little girl who gives zero shits to anybody. And
Well, like I
just
said,
talks
no
smack.
adult acts like a 13-year-old edgy teenage girl.
And
Like
that's how she was acting.
Carol Danvers did.
And for me, I wouldn't say it's like 100% her fault. I wouldn't even say it's like 50% her fault. I think it relies on the directors.
Yeah. That's how he saw the character.
Because
And like I said, she's an Academy Award-winning actress, so I'm not going to blame her for her performance.
right? But then like if you think if these two directors, I don't remember their names, but they are really only known for like they're not even really known for like a movie. They've directed like 4 big movies, but they're very small movies, like character pieces almost. Like their movies probably have no action in them.
Anything we would recognize?
No, except for Mississippi Grind, which has
no.
that had Ryan Reynolds and Ben Measledon or whatever the villain was in this movie.
Oh.
Anyways, all 4 of their movies.
Anyways.
I haven't seen any of them, so I can't judge them off of that. But they just seem very small.
Me neither. I haven't seen those
character
films either.
studies, like I just said, and so I know.
Let's give them a big budget movie that's gonna have a character that's gonna lead our universe for the next 5-10 years.
I wonder what Disney was thinking when they picked them for this movie.
Yeah.
Why don't you go with, I don't know. I don't know.
The director of Wonder Woman?
Yes, but she's not going to do it because Wonder Woman's
Right.
DC's like, no, she's ours. But like, Catherine Bigelow's too big of a director to do it, so.
Pun intended.
I'm out of here, guys.
All right, that wraps the podcast, guys. Anyway.
No, but I'm just saying that, like, I think the directors didn't really know what they were doing since they're mostly known for just character pieces. And so when it came to, like, the action and, like, the dialogue that they had to write, because they also wrote this, I just don't think it blended well with the cinematic universe. And then I just don't think that they had a good connection with Brie Larson.
Right.
And so I think she got a very bad performance. I think she tried her best, but there were a few lines of dialogue, and I was like, oh.
I think they're like, you know that one edgy girl from Breakfast Club? Yeah, be that.
Be that.
'Cause that's exactly what it felt like.
All right, but I've talked for a minute, so you guys take over.
Would you agree, Trey?
Yeah, some of the writing was, you could have done without, but I felt like Brie Larson's acting, it was pretty good. Like, I won't.
She did what she could with what direction she was given.
And the Josh Whedon formula of script writing now that Disney has.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll give her that. I mean,
what was the one joke that was really cringy?
What, like when they're on the ship? I need some context of what joke you're trying to think of.
Right. There was a lot of jokes in that movie.
Yeah.
There was like...
It's a Marvel movie.
Oh, sorry. Okay, no. Actually, it was this one where... it was like the opening when all the Kree guys were getting in and they were talking about how like...
Before the mission.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, like, you're ugly. Oh, no, I'm not. I was like, oh, actually, I find you really attractive. And I'm like, it's funny, but it's pointless. Like, it's just filler dialogue. And that's like what you come to.
Well, there's an argument for that. Is it filler or is it character building?
I think filler because we didn't know any of those characters.
No, yeah, it's definitely filler. We didn't know them. We're not going to know them. Like, and I felt like it was more of just a play with like how Drax takes things literal. And it's like, come on, now. Like, do we really need that?
Yeah, I guess out of all of them, the only one that really stood out was the girl,
Minerva.
Yeah, Minerva.
Yeah,
and then obviously Jude Law, the leader.
Yeah,
yeah. Who really cares about them? Dude, she got obliterated.
I'm so happy she died.
She went out pretty quick actually in that fight. I did like that whole sequence of them going into the water and then the ship landed and then they're like doing their whole formation through the water. Mm-hmm. That Zack Snyder moment with the slow mo.
Oh right,
that wasn't necessary, but kind of necessary because it was pretty cool. And then the SEAL team moment of coming out of the water, that was pretty dope. But that, yeah, and then we had the whole ambush radio going out. Like,
I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit when they get onto the ship. I thought when they were scanning through her mind, for me, I thought it went on a little too long.
Oh yeah, that was like a whole 1 to 2 minute sequence.
Yeah, like they kept going, and especially like the part, like I guess they were just showing like how powerful their technology is, where they can actually like
access your
control
memories,
the person in that memory to like adjust their viewing for something.
Oh yeah.
But like I just thought it took a little too long and a little redundant to do that. And then I kind of wish they would have done it again.
How so?
I don't know. I wish they could have like captured somebody else and used it again because I thought it was very cool technology.
Oh, to like show it off a little bit more.
Yeah, I thought we only saw it that one time, and I was like, and then she just like blew that screen up.
I mean, Skrulls are technically good guys at this moment, so we could always see it again.
That's true. I did like that fight scene though, where she was for a minute or two.
Oh, and the cuffs.
Only allowed to like beat them up.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Honestly, I was kind of waiting for her to like bust out of him like almost instantly because I didn't know like her power level at that time. And I was just like, oh yeah.
I do wish we did have a little more. Since you brought up power, we got at the beginning how he was like, you got to control your power, and at the end he was like, you haven't controlled your power yet. Blah blah blah. We still control you. There wasn't really any more of her like struggling with her powers,
right?
Like in the middle of the movie. Mm-hmm. I guess she didn't really use it that much, but like we didn't really have any growth with that.
That's true. She really didn't use her powers.
Yeah, we just got to the end where she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna blast you! Oh, this thing in my neck! Ow!" And then like,
they didn't really explain that neck thing because I totally forgot about it till
they never showed it being put on either.
Right?
There was no.
I think the movie forgot about it until they needed it to be a thing again.
Yeah.
Because I totally forgot it was a thing until.
Hold up, we never
captured
got.
her.
There was a shot in the trailer where she had like an IV on her head. It had like a little thing, and then the blood was going in.
I think you're right.
So I think that might have been something they took out, like where they showed them, where they showed her becoming a Kree, I guess.
By the 4K.
Because they never showed us how she got blue blood, you know?
Well, I mean,
You
they
guys know what I'm talking
described
about?
it. I understand what you're talking about, yeah.
Right, because at the beginning she has the blue blood coming out after the crash, but when we see the actual crash happening, she's got red blood.
No, because she's still human at that point. It's
Right.
when Marvel shoots the tank and then all that gunk gets onto her and then you see it like kind of going in her mouth and like she absorbs it and then that's why her blood turns blue.
You mean Captain Marvel shot the tank?
Yeah.
No, you're
sorry.
talking about...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant
Okay.
Captain Marvel.
All right, I was
But,
like,
like,
wait a minute.
I'm talking about like the flashback she had, where you saw Marvel standing and like
Oh, yeah.
Daryl was on the ground and the scroll comes out with his gun,
Maybe
and she had like actual blue blood on her face.
that is true. I wonder if it's
Maybe
just,
that was like her memory, and she thought she had the blue blood
Yeah.
because she's like a brainwashed Kree at this moment.
Mhm.
So maybe she still is human and doesn't have blue blood. I don't know. I feel like they should have showed more of her becoming a Kree.
That is true.
You
She
know?
kind of just like stood up and she was a Kree.
And why? I thought about this earlier. The Jude Law and Carol Danvers are white, not blue. We know why. Carol isn't blue because she's actually human. Is Jude Law actually a human?
That is true.
That was never talked
Huh.
about.
Yeah, I'd never even
Right.
thought about that.
Because everyone else of his team is blue. Ronan's blue. All the Kree are blue. Is he just special?
Oh, except for the guy from the Guardian movie. What's his name?
Oh, correct.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
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 I'll be honest,
Okay.
I had to look him up because I didn't know his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know his name either.
I mean, what was Jude Law's name? To me, it's Jude Law.
Yellow-eyed white dude.
Right?
That's apparently a Kree. I will say I didn't get the. Wow, the thought just left my head.
No.
Wow. Oh, when I thought Jude Law was the previous Marvel.
Yeah, I think that's how everybody thought that was.
Yeah.
That,
So
yeah.
when the lady was actually Marvel, that was a good like twist.
Yeah, like when I saw her in the trailer, I'm like, who are you? Like I was wondering what like her role was going to be in the movie.
So Jude Law's character was Yang Rog.
Yara.
Did they
Yeah,
ever
Yang
say
Rog. No, I don't think
Maybe
they
she
did.
said like Rog,
that? Rog.
like a cute nickname of it.
Right.
I'm gonna keep that in mind. Steve sent me something. What he thought. He said he got a strong Indiana Jones vibes of the last fight. That was pretty funny. Since it's already talking about it,
Oh,
that was
right.
pretty easy to call when he was like, "All right, let's put the
Oh,
guns away.
yeah.
Let's see if your training worked out." I like that.
I got
Like
I
that could have been
liked it.
cringy to some people. That was really funny.
Because he was almost
It was so
trying
predictable.
to like play like he knew he was gonna lose, so he was like, maybe I can cop out of this,
When he first started doing it, I thought he was like, "Wait, is he double agent?"
right?
He's like, "I'm proud of you. You saw the ruse. I was actually on your side the whole time."
Sure
Right.
you were.
Yeah. And let's get this out of the way. He said it. Steve just said it too. Frickin'. It's been 10 years since we first saw Nick Fury.
Oh no, are we talking about this?
The mystery behind what happened to his eye.
So stupid.
I was just gonna actually save that question for later, but never
So
mind.
stupid.
Right. Yeah. Since I was thinking about it. Like, don't you remember Winter Soldier where he made a whole big deal about something really bad happened to his eye?
Right.
And he doesn't trust people anymore.
Right. He lost to
Like-
someone that he trusted.
Yeah. And the whole theory was that Captain Marvel was going to be the one that, like, he was so scared of her power, and, like, somehow that had to do something with it, and that's why he hasn't called her this whole time.
Sure. Yeah, I can believe that.
But
I
no,
honestly,
it's because of a cat.
it
Alien
is
cat.
a very lazy joke that I don't know. I think it kind of ruins that scene in.
Yeah, I'm
Winter
going to blame
Soldier.
that. I'm going to blame that. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to blame that all on the director.
honestly, I'm gonna kind of blame that on like Kevin Feige and like the Russo brothers because they probably looked at that script and they gave the okay for that.
What would you think the Russo brothers had any?
Well, maybe not, but Kevin Feige. And
yeah, I'm really curious. Yeah, he had to let that fly. That's so
I don't know.
dumb.
I think that's so dumb. Like, I mean, like, and then like the joke later where like Phil Coulson's like, "Is it true that like the scrolls like tied you up and like?" And I'm like, I wish it was true. I wish that was true. That would have been a cool scene. Like, that's actually what happened. But no, and then it doesn't make sense because the whole movie he's being all so cutesy to this cat, and then all of a sudden the cat just scratches him in the eye. And you're like, what?
The cat was nothing but cool with him.
Where did that come from? I thought that was...
It would have made sense if the cat was always like, don't fucking pick me up. You can pet me, but don't pick me up.
Yeah.
And then Nick Fury finally picks him up and then but no, he picked him up multiple times throughout the movie.
Yeah, and no, it was totally a flip on the cat's character.
Yeah.
Like
exactly. And that's a big rule of filmmaking is you can't just flip a character for no reason without any...
Literally just for a joke. It was for
foreshadowing.
A joke. It was really bad.
And why doesn't he have scars? He doesn't have claw marks on his face.
It might be the one.
It's retconned. I feel like it's retconned.
The number one thing I hate from this movie is that.
Oh yeah.
If I had to pinpoint one thing, it's that right there.
Sorry, I cut you off, Trey.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
Oh no. So I actually had a little theory before going into this film about how he got his scar, and I thought it was gonna be a Skrull impersonating Coulson.
Right, something personal.
Right, and then like at that scene where, you know, they were in the car and they were chasing her, I was like, oh no, this is going to be fucking it. And then it hit me with oh no, he's perfectly fine. I was like, oh shit. And then I found out like how he actually got his scar. I was like, that would have been way cooler. Like, right? I was like, all right, whatever. Like, man.
There's a lot of potential in this movie.
Yeah.
When it comes down to that.
And I know that like they're going for more lighthearted, but like, I could have gone for a little more stakes.
Yeah, not to
make this movie. I didn't really feel like there were that many stakes in this movie.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be like a huge battle when Ronan got there.
That was my second thing I didn't like. Ronan literally showed up and he was like, "I'm here," and then one of his ships got blown up and he's like, "Bye." And left. I'm like, that was a waste of bringing back.
But we have a little foreshadowing because he's like, "We're gonna come back," and the dude's like, "For the Tesseract." No, for the girl.
Yeah, I mean... So,
is that for Captain Marvel 2?
It could be.
If the sequel is going to take place in the 90s again,
right?
Ronan is still alive, so he could be the villain of that movie. They could bring him back. But obviously then the plan would be unsuccessful. So I don't know. Who is Captain Marvel's like main villain?
I think it's the Skrulls.
It is, but the Skrulls are good now. That's what I'm so confused about.
Yeah, I mean, I could look that up too. I don't know. Whatever villain they want to make.
Galactus, just throw him in there.
I mean, you could.
You know, yeah.
I mean, the gold people, we could bring them back. That are making Adam Warlock, you know?
Who have like, their like video game chairs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did have those. Those were cool. No, I thought that was the... No, never mind. I was thinking of the Nova Corp again. No, they were actually in the ships. There's too many movies to think about.
I know,
because the big thing that confused me was... Not confused, like, in the movie. The Tesseract. That was cool. Yeah, that was really cool seeing it. Nobody thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But part of me was like, wait, fuck. So, Red Skull had it. And then he teleported. So, did the Tesseract go with Red Skull, or did it stay with Captain America? I don't remember what happened. And then somehow Marvel got it. And then that's how Nick Fury got it.
We should have looked at the last scene of the movie. Because I know he gets sucked into the Tesseract.
Right.
But then does the Tesseract stay with Captain America, or does it just disappear?
Right.
That's what I'm forgetting about Captain America.
Because if it stays with Cap, that means it goes into the ice. But Captain America isn't found until like a year before the Avengers.
Yeah. So, if I'm remembering this correctly, this Tesseract does get frozen like in the ice because I think they explained it. Where, is it Howard Stark or someone?
Yeah,
They develop a suit and they find it. and they take it back and they have it analyzed and all that, line of succession after that. Like,
okay. And then I just want to know how Marvel got it then.
Right. I wish they would.
Because it is nice how
Marvel was really in the movie. Like, she played the intelligence person, which doesn't really count as Marvel. It counts as the intelligence. And then
from the memory
yeah,
part.
I feel, and then like from the actual memory, she's not in. She's really just in the scene where she dies. I kind of wish there was like a scene or two where we got a little bit more of who she was. Because
right.
I don't really. All you kind of knew from just all the characters
she's
talking
a Kree.
was that she was a Kree and that she came to Earth and then she realized that she was on the wrong side, and then Jude Law came and killed her. So, and like I don't think you really got a lot of character development from, like, yeah, like Caleb just said. I really wish we knew where the Tesseract went from A to B.
Yeah, I am glad that we got the dot connected of how Nick Fury got it. That's cool, and that end credit scene with the cat.
Yes.
I do feel like that went on for just a little too much. Like there was a half second too long.
There was a little heaving for like 2 seconds and I was like,
we get it.
We get it.
I've had a cat. I've seen them throw up. It's not that entertaining.
Right, exactly.
I know why.
It's not as funny as you're making it.
God. But can we just talk about that cat for a good 20 minutes?
The rest of this podcast. Screw the end credit scene. Screw the rest of this movie. Let's talk about that cat.
All right, let's do it.
Goose was easily my favorite character.
I love Goose.
Excellent.
I when they're on the Marvel ship and they're all walking into the main room and like I just see the cat walking with them. I look at Caleb like, wouldn't you want to be on set where there's just a cat with you walking around on set and like it's a part of that is an actor. That cat is an actor in that scene.
And there were 4 cats playing Goose. That's funny.
It was 4?
Yeah. Yeah, when
4 cats.
In the credits, I saw 4 names next to Goose. I was like, "Wow, that's adorable."
Was there a little part of you that got scared that it wasn't going to do the tentacle thing?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Because they kept talking about it, and I was like, I feel like you might not do it because like you're kind of scared to do it.
I thought we were gonna get it. When they were going to the ship, and he was like, "Could you please get that thing away from me?"
Yeah.
And it was he getting in his face. I thought there's gonna be like a little. No, I think where they did it was the perfect time.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was terrifying the first time. I was like, "Are you like?" That was actually kind of scary. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, wait, what was I thinking?
Would you pick it up again after that?
Oh, dude. I mean, he was cool with me for the beginning, so I would assume he'd be cool with me. So just pick him up.
But knowing that he had like 8 tentacles that could stretch down a hallway and pick people up.
The thing that I thought was most adorable when he was eating the people or like smacking them around, there's that shot of Nick Fury holding him from behind, and you just saw his little ears move around. I was like, that is so cute. He's just like, I just think whenever a cat moves its ears, is like the cutest thing ever.
Did you guys get like I got hardcore Star Wars Force Awakens scene with those like creatures in Han Solo's ship when
that orb spherical octopus thing.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling for
just seeing him move around. I totally would have loved. I made the joke about it before. We got ants playing the drums. We got an octopus playing the drums. Could we get an alien cat playing the drums for an end credit scene?
So, when they're in the ship and the cat is like chilling right on the radio, and he like just puts his paw.
Oh my god!
Hanging his paw off. I was like, that's adorable.
Oh, can't forget when the ship goes into overdrive and the cat's just
all
over the box.
Yeah, you said like a Garfield moment.
Yeah, that just all the CGI, but it looked good.
It looked fine.
How are you naturally going to have a cat pinned up against the box?
Or have a cat puke out a Tesseract? Like,
very true.
Yeah,
very true.
How
do you do that practically?
CGI, you can't, unless you get animal cruelty involved.
I meant to ask before. I don't know if anyone in chat has asked you anything, Trey.
No. Steve asked you the question. He told me to tell. Other than that, I've had several questions I can just answer for myself over there. We're all good.
I kind of forget that we are like
live, and there's actual feedback.
Yeah.
Mm.
Should we make this?
Are we doing a good job?
Yeah, pretty. I'd say pretty well.
Right. See, we have the benefit of not talking into a camera as well.
Yeah. I don't know how I do looking at the camera.
Have we found a new format? Should we do podcast live?
Maybe. Let's give it a few more podcasts.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, considering the headache I had to go through just to have Audition and Discord open,
Right.
I don't want to have to try to stream and have Audition play nice with everything else. Audition.
This is totally a random thought that popped in my head, but I love that out of all the posters that they picked,
Oh, yeah.
it was True Lies when she jumped into Blockbuster and she just like decapitated Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
I
Yeah.
guess that's when True Lies was big.
Right. And then Caleb, you were just like, I'd rather be watching that movie right now.
Dude, because like we were talking about it like a week ago. Like
Right,
you said,
yeah.
True Lies. I was like, I haven't thought about that movie in so long. I want to watch it so bad.
Have you seen True Lies, Trey?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's such an underrated Arnold movie. I feel like
Yes.
everyone forgets it.
But
And anyway, that's not the movie we're talking about.
no, you're right. I was gonna say, what about all this like the movie memorabilia that was like throughout Blockbuster?
Oh yeah, that
Like,
was
you could faintly see them. Like I remember catching like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and like
yeah.
maybe a select others. I mean they were just like I recognized the title, but I was like I couldn't really.
You pointed out the giant Babe poster.
Yeah, there was a Babe when she was walking outside of the Blockbuster. There was just a Babe poster and a little cutout of Babe right underneath it, and it was
Oh, I didn't see the cutout.
it
That's
was
funny.
adorable. I loved seeing the
Was there
little
any?
popcorns and like
Oh, yeah.
candies like on the side. I was like, oh,
Was there any significance to? She picked up The Right Stuff. The movie The Right Stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I have not.
I'm curious. Is it a movie about a girl being strong and powerful?
Or is it one of the director's favorite movies?
Probably.
Because that's what I would do.
Oh yeah, of course.
I would just have if I had
Frickin'
a character pick up
Muppets
a movie, it
everywhere.
would be actually be Back to the Future probably. But
A quick little note for you,
Good series.
Trey. Andrew loves the Muppets.
yeah,
It's like half of the
Muppets,
apartment.
huh? Okay,
the
yeah.
Muppets. That's my thing.
gotcha.
Thing.
Oh, yeah.
Quick side note though, little story time that you brought up popcorn. So we reserved our seats. So I was a bit of an asshole when we reserved. Andrew got his first, and I could have either gone to the left or right of him. If I went to the left, there would have been an empty spot, like one empty spot. So
Okay.
if there was like a couple that wanted to sit together, they couldn't because there's only one seat.
Sure.
Or if I went on the other side, that could have left the two open for whatever. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. So I picked the one on the left. So there's just this empty seat to the left of me. And there's this dude popcorn just chilling there. And so the seats are already kind of down. They don't fold back up. They just are always down.
Okay.
I was like, okay, dope. Nobody next to me. Great. It's pretty toasty in the theater. I'm wearing.
Oh
It's
my
pretty
gosh,
cold.
It was hot.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly down in Georgia right now. So I got my Marvel shirt on. I had a light hoodie, and then I got a light jacket on.
Okay.
And so I get in, I'm sweating like mad, dude. And then so I take the jacket off, and I'm like, okay, I'm still a little hot. So I go to take off the sweater, and I was like, oh, it's a little hard to get off. So I stretch my left arm out, and I just smack the dude's popcorn.
Oh my god.
And like, I react so fast, and like the dude doesn't even notice. I'm just like, fuck. And I do it, and he looks over, I'm like, shit.
I was totally eating your popcorn, dude. I was hungry.
And I was like, I'm sorry. And it didn't look like I spilled that much. And the dude just picks up his bucket. I'm like, all right, it's cool. He sits for like another minute,
Yeah.
gets up and leaves. I'm like, he's probably going to fill up his popcorn. And I go look down and there's just popcorn everywhere. I was like,
Oh man, you just ruined his whole movie going experience.
no, it was during the previews though. It was a preview. He didn't miss
okay.
any of the movie.
Yeah,
He was-
that's fair enough.
He was a husky guy though, so it was some exercise for him.
Yeah,
he-
and then
he
he
probably
ate
didn't
more
think that.
popcorn.
Yeah, true. You know what? He burned what he got back.
I think he
So
gained
I
a lot
think-
more.
Yeah, I think he gained a lot more.
But
But
he worked out a little bit. If I didn't knock that popcorn over, he was going to eat the same amount of popcorn. So he got a little bit of exercise in, So I'm going to call that a net positive on my end.
well, aren't you a saint?
Yeah,
Wait.
wouldn't you agree with me, Trey? You're more of a health guru
But
compared to
wouldn't
us.
you have got up and like gotten more?
Well, no, I think the bucket was full when I knocked it.
Okay. Well, yeah,
So-
that part I didn't
No.
get to. But I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Maybe you got a
So
little
he
bit of a
ate
net
the
positive.
same amount of popcorn, but he had a little bit of exercise, you know?
Okay, yeah. Hey, you're looking
So I
out for
I helped him out. Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm dying of cringe on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to enjoy the Dark Phoenix trailer.
Oh my god. Let's just make a whole nother side note of that.
Do you want to talk really quick about Dark Phoenix?
Let's run it.
Okay. Oh, how about this? Are you excited or not excited?
Extremely excited.
Oh, okay.
Extremely.
Dope.
Extremely.
I will say I wasn't excited until the second one came out.
Yeah.
I thought the first one didn't do that good of a job of showing it, but the second one, it looks pretty dope.
That's pretty fair. I can
Yeah.
agree to that.
Did you get an Endgame trailer?
Like at the end of this film?
No,
No,
like a trailer
For a preview.
A preview for Avengers Endgame.
No, I did not.
No? Okay, yeah, we didn't. I was kind of shocked.
Maybe it's just so close that they're like, they know it's coming.
But, like,
Oh,
you
I
want to
know
get
it's
hyped because, like, this is the one leading up to it?
I mean, if I saw the Endgame trailer, I'd probably think about the Avengers for like half of the movie.
That's true. I kind of was.
I mean, though,
halfway through the movie, I was just like, I wonder what that end credit scene is going to be.
yeah, I was gonna say if we didn't get one, that end credit scene was enough for me not to get a preview.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it was
oh,
a
yeah,
lot
I'm
more.
sorry.
It was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Like satisfying wise.
We'll get there when we get there. We're not there yet.
I guess we can save. We spoiled one end credit scene, so let's
Right.
save
the
more
good one.
important one.
What
I will
else
say
do we gotta
though,
talk about?
as far as end credit scene go, you usually get your important one and your throwaway one. The throwaway one in this was actually like it had purpose,
At least it wasn't,
wasn't
in the
Captain-
trailer.
right? It wasn't Captain America coming out being like, "So, you're probably expecting something at the end of this."
Right.
Patience.
A cop out.
Man, we
So
jumped
we-
around so much.
Yeah. The whole standing up motif. I felt like that could have been a lot cooler if it wasn't all over the trailers.
Right. Also, there was never her standing up when she was getting accepted into the Air Force. There's that shot in the trailer where
Oh,
she's
yeah,
like
the
in her
trailer.
blue suit. They didn't show that in the movie.
I guess since they never really showed it anyways.
Right? Yeah, they never showed. I wonder how much of the movie is on the
I will
cutting
say
room
that
floor.
probably wouldn't have made too much sense if they did. Because every time she stood up, it was because she got knocked down.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense. I don't know why I just thought of this, but there's a reason why they call it a cockpit.
Oh
Don't you
my
love
god.
that? Don't you love
Fuck
that they
that guy.
they like showed that twice?
I do. Yeah, when he's like on the monitor, he's like,
Yeah, and then she shot out like
that
right
was
away.
funny. That was pretty funny. I do get it. I kind of did forget that the movie takes place in the 90s because I was like, why would someone be saying that in like 2010? No, but yeah,
Different time.
yeah. People are probably a lot more sexist in the 90s.
Yes.
I'm curious what the stats are for the 90s, like how many women were in the Air Force. Definitely a lot lower than what it is today.
You know what? That's why we would have a fact checker right there in the corner. Damn
There
it,
you go.
Carl.
Coral. No, it'd be Coral. Has to be Coral. Shit, what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
That little cowabunga sign she does
I
when she's looking at her,
when
at
I
her
see it in
partner.
the trailer, like she does it so seriously, and I'm just like,
Yeah, a cowabunga should never be with rigid limbs. It should always be loose. You know.
she's just like firm. And she's,
What's
like,
your philosophy
straight
on a
flexing.
cowabunga sign, Trey? You know what I'm talking about, right? When you got the pinky out and the thumb out and the other fingers
yeah,
down.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That, yeah.
Now, do you just
Definitely
do it,
loose.
or you do a little wiggle?
Yeah.
Wiggle.
alright.
Wiggle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, got the little wiggle. You're like,
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Shaggy, is that you? Yeah, your power level's going up a little bit. I need to calm down.
Let's talk about the train sequence, because I guess that's probably one of the bigger action sequences in the movie.
Okay.
I enjoyed that, like, civilians kind of like ganged up on her, like when she was just beating the shit out of the old lady.
I mean, to be fair, the old lady was flipping around, so it wasn't your average old lady. It still makes sense, I
Still
guess.
makes sense, and I also like when the one guy in the red sweater saw the saw himself, and then just himself just like jump off. He's like, "What?"
I love how, like, you mentioned it, like, these people held her back, but the minute she went to a new cart, they're like,
They're gone.
oh, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, like the people did not follow her.
Yeah, you would think if someone's beating up an old lady and you started to restrain her, you would follow her afterwards. Nope. It's like, not my car, not my problem.
But yeah, I mean, at that point, you're
That
like,
old lady probably has it coming.
you've already seen it. Like, you're like, I don't want to be involved in that any more than I have to. Like, I did my part. Let them move on.
But that whole chase sequence was pretty cool with like the aliens not knowing what things did. Like when the dude grabbed that metal rail and not realizing it would electrocute him.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Little
right.
details like that weren't necessary, but
They're-
it added a lot more
Yeah.
to it.
Mhm.
Realizing that like they're smart, but like they still don't know everything about every planet.
Quick side note, Steve just said, I didn't realize this, that they gave the PG-13 fuck to Samuel L. Jackson. I didn't hear him say motherfucker because I was laughing too much at him getting scratched.
He said that. He said
I guess.
Wait, what?
It would make
Really?
sense.
he said motherfucker when he got scratched. And
Yeah.
died?
I didn't.
I guess I was
Wow.
paying too much attention to
All right, let's
did
go back
they
to
really
the
do
movie right
that.
now.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. I
Did
mean,
someone bootleg the film?
right?
Rewatch this.
I mean, it does fall in line with the PG-13 rule.
Shoot, I was gonna say something. Is this almost like the first Marvel movie that have like a dick joke in it?
Huh.
Wait, what?
With the whole cockpit
Oh, the
thing?
cockpit?
No, not that. The when they lift up the
Oh,
dead
yeah.
scroll, and they're both just like.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I was
I don't-
like, wow, Marvel, like
I guess that wasn't. Yeah, that's a dick joke.
it's kind of a dick joke.
And then the
'Cause, I
dude
mean-
gets uncomfortably close to his face. I was like, you just looked at his penis. Don't
Right.
get that close to his face.
Yeah. But then, like, the whole reveal that, like, the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. was already a Skrull, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then
I
when you
see
realize that
guys.
they're actually not bad, and that he feels like he probably like that
Yeah,
was-
a normal villain would be like, he's just a pawn. It doesn't
But
matter.
him, he was like,
died
dude,
for a
that was
purpose.
like my friend, and like I have to tell his wife and kids he's dead now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that, you're like, damn. Like,
Even though if it was his science guy, he'd be like, fuck you. You let me down.
that guy was great.
Hey, that's your science guy, huh?
I wanted a few more of like the miniature scrolls because they were funny looking.
Oh, yeah, the ones that were on the ship.
Yeah, I wish he had like a comrade like that.
Yeah, it does kind of suck that when you're that green alien, it's hard to look different. So they
Mhm.
added the little guys.
Do you think that's why they picked Ben? Because he has that lift. So like you could identify which
Yeah.
one he was out of all.
Yeah,
the
if I heard an
scrolls.
alien with that voice, it'd be like, I'm not intimidated by you.
right, like he was not like scary at all.
Yeah. And it makes sense. I
Yeah.
do like, I did facepalm a little bit when you told me who that was. I was like, he was the bad guy in Rogue One. He was the bad guy in Ready Player One. Trey's favorite movie of all time, apparently.
Whoa.
Really?
No, this is a joke.
It's a good movie.
Oh.
And then I thought he was going to be the villain in this one. I was like, can he not be the villain for once? So that was a nice twist. I was like, oh, he's not actually the villain. Because, like, literally, you saw him in those movies and probably in other movies. Like, can he stop?
Oh yeah, he was
being
the villain in that gosh dang awful Robin Hood movie.
Didn't watch it. Save
Yeah.
myself the
Nope.
brain cells.
I mean, I knew it was bad, and it was probably the worst movie I saw of last year.
See, that's what happens when you have AMC
When you have AMC A-list, you just
Yeah.
go watch bad movies.
with the plug.
plug.
What else is going on in this film?
Yeah, we've barely made it past the first act.
I know, and we're almost hitting an hour.
Where do we go from there? Oh, quick side note. I know it's for to make it all dramatic and whatnot. What record room? Like, how is that lighting situation set up? Where you flip a light and the lights go, tsh, 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 and then you turn an aisle and then the lights turn on. I'm like,
Motion.
a room doesn't work like that.
Motion sensors in the 1990s.
Yeah, in the 90s. Come
They
on,
existed.
Trey.
Hey,
Oh, let's talk about the de-aging effects.
Oh yeah. I could not tell at all on Samuel L. Jackson.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Agreed.
But like I said, that guy is 70.
I can't. He is not 70.
So
I refuse to believe he's 70.
He is 70. So like for him to look that good, like
He could easily pass off as a young 40-year-old.
yeah.
Yeah, but you
It's
can
not-
kind of tell by how like fast he was moving when he was fighting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't have the zip that he did in Pulp Fiction.
Oh no.
And Coulson also looked fine, except for there was one shot that we both
Yeah, when he was on the stairs,
when he was on the
we
stairs
had the
when
gun
he
out.
kind of like was
Mhm.
nodding at Fury that he was like I trust
It
you.
wasn't bad.
Right,
it was
right.
just I could notice it because I'm looking at it.
It was a little too smooth.
Right.
It looked a little clay, but other than that,
It's better than Tony Stark and his VR thing.
Oh god.
Ultron.
Yikes.
But it's crazy how far we've come. Honestly, I will give benefit of the doubt and say Samuel L. Jackson already looks young, so the de-aging they didn't have to do too much. But the level that technology is at right now, we're just gonna make movies with people that are already dead. Like I want to make a movie with Marlon Brando.
Well, I mean, they kind of
In
already
his
did
20s.
that with the guy who played Tolkien.
Right.
Not Tolkien, but Grand Maul or whatever his name is in Star Wars.
Oh, Grand Moff Tarkin. Yeah.
Oh right.
There we go. Where he's been dead for years, but they just CGI'd him.
Yeah.
A movie, I think Caleb knows is coming out. I don't know about you, Trey, but it's called The Irishman. It's a Scorsese film coming out on Netflix. And it has Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, and one other big actor.
Al Pacino.
Yes.
Oh
Pacino.
wow.
And the movie's going to take place in their present time and in the past, and they are going to be all de-aged.
That's.
Wow.
And so I'm very intrigued what they're going to look like.
I mean, I trust Scorsese.
Right?
If he doesn't like how it looks, then he's gonna find something to fix it.
I wonder if the technology that Disney's made for these Marvel films for their de-aging, I wonder if it's theirs or if they are helping other people or if other people are just trying to make their own as well. You know? Because Disney's really the only people that have been really doing the de-aging. Besides DC now is trying it as well with William Dafoe.
Oh yeah, that was a little rough.
But then you look at in Tron Legacy, where we've come from there.
Yeah.
And like when I saw that in theaters, I thought that was even good.
Right? Yeah, we all thought it was exceptional.
Right?
And to be fair,
now it looks like
nobody ever looks at Tron to be the one that's like that's what it looks like. Like that's what bad looks like. They always point to Grand Moff or Tony Stark.
Because
I think the way that how much work they put into it, they have respect for it.
Right.
To where it could still it ages well. Whereas the others don't, I guess.
I mean, when I saw...
Or the Princess Leia one.
If you look up the scene of Rogue One where Tarkin's in it, you can be like, oh my gosh. Like, when I first saw it in theaters, I thought it was pretty good. But then when I saw the scene alone, like a year or so later, I was like, oh, it's already kind of aging. Like, 10 years down the line, it's going to just look like a CGI character.
Is that some form of the Mandela effect? You remembered it looking great?
Right? Honestly, it probably is. Well, it's kind of like
maybe it was just
childhood
Star Wars
memories,
hype.
too. You watch a movie, and then you watch it again, and you're like, wow, this movie sucked.
Maybe it's because we saw that, and then we saw the Darth Vader scene, and I was like, oh, that's the only good thing for that movie.
Literally. I wasn't impressed with the soundtrack for this film.
Yeah. I heard it was supposed to be great.
And
Completely agree.
there was really no song where I was like, oh, I'm so glad this song's...
When they started try doing a theme for her when she did her power-up thing and then came back down, I thought that was going to swell into something. Maybe I need to hear a little more of it, because that's probably the first time they actually did it full on, when she truly became herself. But yeah, the only highlight as far as the music goes was when the Avengers theme chimed in, honestly.
And then it cut off again, like always.
Yeah.
But I was not a fan of the final fight scene when that song kicked in. I thought it was so clinky.
I guess not the final technically, but when they were fighting
on the ship.
Yeah, they were fighting Jude Law and the Kree, and it was just Carol Danvers.
All right. It was just a girl.
Get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But did Wonder Woman do that?
No.
No. Was she still just as awesome?
Yes.
If not more? Yes. We get it. She's a strong female protagonist. You don't need to shove it down my throat.
Yeah.
Especially with the song that doesn't fit at all.
No. It doesn't feel like one of those songs that goes with a fighting scene.
Oh, no. No, and it didn't make the scene stand out at all. It could have stand out a lot more if it was...
And then it lasted
song
like
that fit.
40 seconds maybe to a minute.
Yeah.
And then that was it. And then it just... Maybe they knew how bad it was, and they're like, we already bought the rights for it, so we're going to use it anyways, but...
It just sucks that this song has a clear agenda to it and a controversy around it.
Yes.
This movie you don't need to shove it down people's throats of girl power. I get it. I loved Wonder Woman except for the very end.
Yeah, let's not.
I would have easily loved this movie if you made it strictly about a story and maybe put a little more development into Captain Marvel. But I still like her.
Yeah, I still like her. And, like, if we're still talking about like
she is a bit of a Mary Sue, not as much as like Ray.
Mm-hmm.
But I will give benefit of the doubt that she would have more movies to develop herself.
That is true. I just want to talk about the soundtrack again really quick. You don't need songs that connect. When you have a song connecting to the story, that's cool. That's fine. But in Guardians, they just picked some awesome songs.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And so I was kind of hoping they would just pick some
and
awesome
the songs
90s
fit.
songs.
Yeah.
And like, oh my gosh, the one when she steals the motorcycle and it's like the girl's like, when it's raining, I'm sad or I'm mad or like it was
or
so like teen
that.
angst. And
Yeah.
you're just like, my goodness.
Like I said, she's a teen. She's basically what was that movie with was it Jennifer Garner? And she was a 13-year-old that transformed into a woman, or like went into a woman's
13
body.
going on 30.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Except it was a 13-year-old goth girl, edgy goth girl, turned into an adult and needed to prove herself.
Pretty much, yeah.
And was smirking throughout the whole movie.
God,
She could have been so much better. I'm so mad. She could have been so much better. She's still okay. She's still she's average. She could have been stellar. Get it? Space stellar. It's late.
yes,
I got it.
I got it.
One thing that it's going to be hard to have her replace somebody in the Avengers.
Oh yeah.
When I look at her, I want like another movie or two to really. I want her to get a personality because I don't think this movie really gave her a personality.
We do know she's going to get a lot of the spotlight in Endgame.
Yes, hopefully.
So hopefully that'll be a little more development.
Hopefully it's been 20 years. So if she still acts the same in Captain Marvel as she does in Endgame,
right?
I'm gonna have a problem with that.
Quick
if she
side
still
note.
has teen angst.
I said it before and I'll say it again. She looks like a banging housewife when we see the older version.
We ain't talking about the end credit scene yet.
I didn't even say it was the end credit scene. You had to spoil that.
Oh my gosh.
My
but
only
she looked-
thing about
she looked
Endgame is like the fear that she's gonna be too powerful.
Exactly.
Like,
Well,
That's how they're playing it off. That she's the key.
just like the whole like ending fight with her, like I guess I don't want to move too far ahead, but you know, the whole ending battle scene, I just felt like, wow, she is going to destroy anything and everything. Like,
Yeah.
she literally blew a ship up by just flying through.
Yeah.
Yeah, she turned invincible at some point.
Yeah.
Because she just got hit with stuff and she's...
Yeah, someone described to me as she just starfished right into a ship and it went boom, and then she just did the rest. Like,
Literally.
Was that Steve's phrasing?
yeah, exactly.
I could tell.
Well,
Starfished.
like in all of the X-Men movies.
She did. Sorry.
No,
didn't think about
Xavier is so powerful that in every X-Men movie they have to either put him in a coma, make him lose his powers.
Oh
for a
yeah,
part
they
of the
have to.
movie. They have to numb him down.
Yeah.
And then if you
They
notice,
have to nerf him. That's the
yeah,
word.
nerf him. And if you notice, they did the same thing in Infinity War. They injured Vision, so he wasn't able to use his powers.
Right.
And there was somebody else in Infinity War that they nerfed, and I think that's
Thor?
what they're gonna do.
Is everything or Hulk?
Hulk.
They nerfed
Hulk,
Hulk.
yeah.
They nerfed Hulk, so I think they're gonna nerf her somehow in Endgame because she is way too powerful.
Dude, I just thought of something super cool. So, well, hopefully, they don't bust a load with her binary mode in Endgame because I would love to see that in her own movie.
Mhm.
And I think it's too soon. Well, I get it is 20 years later, so you would think she knows how to do her ultimate form. So, okay, I feel a little bit different about that. But I would love to see like her in binary form, Thor raging out, berserking with the axe. My good buddy Chris had a theory that what's her name? Black Widow's gonna die, and that's what's gonna make Bruce Banner turn back into the Hulk. But he would turn into the Red Hulk because he's just extra angry, you know?
Ooh.
We had that. Maybe Tony has a new suit, a God Killer suit.
Everybody just becomes
like everyone's like in their like super form and they're just destroying Thanos with the glove. I would love that. Would be a huge Avengers moment. Yeah. It would kind of be like a passing the torch to the new guys. Maybe Doctor Strange is doing some cool new thing. I mean, he goes back to that whole like when he had like 10 arms. He had that super cool visual. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Spider-Man's got an extra suit. Maybe Black Panther. Yeah. I don't know who else would have like an upgrade. How do you upgrade Captain America? Give him 2 Captain America shields instead of 2 Black Panther shields.
Maybe put him on rollerblades.
That's what we need is a skating Captain America. Maybe he'll be faster than Black Panther then.
Right?
Yeah.
On a smooth surface.
He has to tiptoe on the dirt. Kind of like when you have to ride a bike through the grass and you're like, I'm not moving.
Trying to think about something else.
Now I'm just thinking of the fight scene in Wakanda.
I know.
Why couldn't we have had a cool
We got to
fight?
bring it back to Captain Marvel.
Yep. Do we?
Bring it back. We got to bring it back.
Do we?
I guess we really haven't talked about the Louisiana scenes.
Guys. Endgame is in like 5 weeks.
I know.
6 weeks.
I know. It's exciting. But let's talk about
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay.
There was not one mosquito.
No.
That is not an accurate description of Louisiana.
Like when they were having that emotional scene where she's like, I know who you are, you're this, you're that.
And the scroll is like just dwiddling his thumbs.
Right. And then I'm like,
I'm here.
You would have people just smacking their face, smacking their arm, being like, just like getting eaten alive. Because I assume it was probably summertime.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Summer or springtime because it looked beautiful out there.
Right.
I liked the little girl. She was funny. I feel like I would freak out if I saw a green alien with a ball sack walk in.
A ball sack chain.
Yeah, ball sack chain. And I'd just be a little terrified, but she was just totally cool with it.
That scene was pretty cool when he was still like intimidating, and then we look out the window and like she's with her daughter. Yeah. And I was like, that's pretty creepy. That's creepy. Good.
And then like when they walk in and then he turns into a scroll and he just kind of like shrugs. He's like, yeah, like I was a scroll.
Oh yeah, no, when he was like, you can believe me, I'm in my normal form. He's like, what about him? He's like, yeah, you got me. That was so funny.
You got me. That's when I was like, this guy's stealing the movie. Yeah, he's really funny.
I hyped myself so much with one of my theories, and then it got destroyed immediately when logic hit it. When I said the little girl would be perfect for Ironheart. Yeah. Right. Trey, you got to be familiar with Ironheart.
Yeah.
Little backstory for you. Iron Man is Trey's favorite superhero.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, sorry. He's up there.
What is your favorite? I said who is your favorite?
If not Iron Man.
If not Spider-Man. And then it goes Hulk.
Yeah, because you would be the perfect casting for Miles Morales.
Yep.
Forgetting about that.
Let's make it.
Yeah, we'll make it.
Let's make it.
Yeah, she would be a great Ironheart, but obviously she would be 30 for that. To logically Iron Man 2 hand it down.
And she is supposed to be a kid, right?
Yeah, she's supposed to be like a teenager.
Okay, gotcha.
If I'm correct, teenager, young woman. But that does leave room for Shuri to be Ironheart in some form. I would love her to be Ironheart.
I think she'd be a good one.
Yeah, I think that'd be really
Especially,
cool.
I kind of almost feel like they're setting it up because she's so tech driven.
Yeah, she's arguably one of the smartest people.
And she had those little like...
Oh, the blasters? The like Panther blasters?
So she had some combat.
Panther paws?
Look at us talking about another Marvel movie.
It's just so easy. There's so many...
I know, to just connect
properties out there.
Developing theories.
Yeah. It would just be perfect. I just want my Ironheart movie, dude. Ironheart would be so cool. And that helps with diversity. People want more diversity.
Yeah, that's true.
Because apparently there's not enough female movies. Sorry.
We're getting on touchy ground there.
Anyway, no. Make it happen, Marvel. Anything else happen of note? Besides the science guy. That's like, it's orbit, obviously. Basic physics.
Right. I liked the dinner scene after the movie ended and they all were chilling.
Yeah.
And they all were just having dinner.
The cute Skrull kid hanging out with the daughter.
Yeah.
That was so cute. The cat.
I got something for you guys.
What's up?
What'd you guys think about the flight scene at the very end?
Oh, you mean Star Wars?
Well, okay, but I kind of thought of it as more of
like when they were launching the nukes and whatnot.
No, when what's her face? The Carol Danvers co-pilot.
Okay?
Yeah, when she was taking
Oh,
over.
when they're escaping the ship and whatnot.
Right. I'm talking about that flight scene.
Oh yeah, pod racing.
Did that ever remind you of another movie?
Yeah, pod racing.
Pod racing. Phantom Menace.
I was thinking of Independence Day.
Oh, that one too.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
That was my first thing, especially since they brought in Fresh Prince.
Prince. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, and then that scene, like when they were dodging through, whatever is the cannon or whatever.
Right.
I was okay, like I see they.
Yeah, maybe it's because I haven't seen Independence Day in so long.
And pod racing is so iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean,
and also there were hints during that. There were hints of like Star Wars-esque music.
well, a quick side note. We mentioned it. We were watching it when they were going up to the lab in orbit, and the Skrull guy was like, "Could you get that thing away from me?" And they were like, "If you're a Skrull, you can turn into anything, right?"
Oh yeah.
And they were like, they'd mentioned Fresh Prince. Is he going to turn into Will Smith?
I was hoping he was
And
going to turn.
Will
into
Smith is
something funny.
in Aladdin, a Disney-owned property, so they could easily be like, "Yo, be in this movie for like a quick second, okay?"
Right, like
If legit
That is
90s
true.
Fresh Prince Will Smith was just chilling there for a second. He's like, "Okay, get the cat away from me." Sorry, the Frawler.
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 No, yeah, it was a good battle. I mean, I love the payoff when she ended up right in front of her and just shot the shit out of her ship. And she
Yeah,
just
that was
blew
cool.
up. That was a nice payoff.
A superior pilot coming out on top.
I thought it was a little corny that Captain Marvel pushed one of the missiles and it just happened to make all the other missiles explode.
Yeah, and these were ballistic missiles, like heavy-duty stuff. Why did they produce such a small explosion?
Right?
For your they were going to destroy the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was their plan of being there. So why were these missiles so? I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying, Trey?
I think the missiles were actually there to destroy some coordinates. I don't think it was for the plan. I think they were just trying to get rid of make sure that
Because I thought the whole
area
point was
blanketed.
right. So he called Ronan. He was like, "There's an infestation. We got to take it out."
I don't know. I guess I saw it as they were just trying to get that kind of area. Maybe not. The whole planet, but I mean, I could see it from that perspective as well.
I was getting a huge when you mentioned Star Wars, that was the Star Wars moment for me because you heard the Lucasfilms music,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "This sounds like John Williams," and they're shooting stuff. I was like, "This feels like Star Wars."
It felt very Star Wars.
But I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just they definitely got inspiration from this from somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely.
But I couldn't not think of Thanos' ship, seeing their ships.
Oh yeah,
I need to stop.
I know. Well, it might be a good time to
What, end it?
talk about that
Oh,
end
shit.
scene.
I mean, is there anything else? We got that. We had the Louisiana scene.
I mean, Trey, you wrote notes. Is there anything on your notes that you wanted to talk about?
I mean, a lot of it's kind of just almost chicken scratch now that I've seen a lot of it trying to write in the dark. But I really thought there was going to be a more of a Nick Fury and Coulson aspect.
Yeah.
Coulson kind of just disappeared and then
He
came back.
really disappeared.
And we had this moment of Coulson going against the director's orders of capturing Fury,
Right.
but there wasn't really a moment of chemistry between Nick and Coulson that was yeah, we're pals.
Right.
And also,
You have enough reason to believe I'm doing the right thing.
he casually just mentioned he's a newbie. And
Yeah.
I kind of thought he was kind of in it already for
Right.
a minute, but if he was a newbie, I think he should have joined the team after Louisiana or something. They should have picked him up or something, and then he should have been with them for the rest of the climax. But he was literally he wasn't even in the blockbuster scene, and then
He was only in 3 scenes.
he
really.
was literally in the movie, I would say, for less than 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Right.
That's being generous too.
Right, that's being generous that he like his actual screen time.
It probably took 2 to 3 minutes just to shoot his stuff.
Right, like I think he was a complete waste, and I was so excited.
I think it was just for the fan service.
It was for the fan service that they killed him in Avengers, and he was such a prominent.
Spoilers.
Oh
my god!
Oh my gosh! Remember the?
I will get to that.
Okay,
I was gonna wait for that.
No, so yeah, like he died. He played a huge part in Phase 1. He was in all of the Phase 1 movies, pretty much.
Right.
So for him to come back, everybody's like, "OMG, OMG, he's back!" Oh, he's
even though
gone.
he's the main guy in that one show that nobody talks about.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Oh,
Is that still going?
You mean Agents of Shield?
Yes. I was not saying the name on purpose.
Our friend David, he still watches it, and I guess the most recent season.
So it is still going. Wow.
I think there's like one season left, and like the most recent season, either Coulson is dying of cancer, or he turned evil somehow.
Oh my god!
Scroll.
And David said he said it's so painful watching his character just get worse and worse throughout the show. Like they're not paying respect of how great he was in the movies.
Right. I think that's just the flaw of television writing.
Right.
It's like some characters you need to make them vital to the story. You have to just change their character totally. But I think like it's just a cheap way to do it. There's There's better ways to do it. The easier route is not always the better route.
Definitely.
In most cases,
I was disappointed that he was really not in it.
Yeah.
And then same with Ronan. He wasn't really in it either.
Yeah, Ronan especially was definitely. Carlson was fan service, and Ronan was universe connecting.
Yep.
Because I don't really care about Ronan, but it was cool to see him.
Mm-hmm.
I said it in there. The blue didn't really stand out that much with the team. Like it was believable, but with Ronan and his side guy, I was like, this just looks like the Blue Man Group. Like
if Ronan wasn't holding his hammer, could you have told which one was which?
Maybe because the other guy's eyes were just so buggy. I was like, yeah, that could not be Ronan.
Right.
It was cool seeing him.
Plus, he didn't have like the black outline on his like jaw and all that other
right.
jazz
Yeah.
that,
True.
Yeah.
we're used to seeing him in.
Dude,
Oh yeah, when we got to that part with the whole when Jackson was typing on the computer, the Shield Initiative or whatever it's called.
Oh right, yeah.
And then we got the eyeball and whatnot. When he saw the photo that said Avenger on it, there was this one lady in the theater that, no lie, just straight up went so loud. It's like
she was
so excited.
It was the biggest like plot twist for that girl.
Like her mind was destroyed.
Just like this all links back to it. The first one.
He's gonna do it. I think she was the same person that
she gasped. Somebody gasped again.
No, I think it was when we saw the dog tag for the third time. It was like, if you didn't get it before, but the name verse.
She went like,
Yeah, I think she was the same thing. I was like, I was like, lady, you didn't get that the first time.
It's for the average moviegoer.
Yeah.
People that don't see movies all the time.
But it was very entertaining. That lady had a lot. She probably had more fun than we did, and good for her. She loved that movie, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that was super cool. And they didn't even type it out. They just hit the A and cut. We heard the theme. They couldn't have done that any other way. That was perfect.
And then credits. There were some good credits.
Oh, hold up. Before that, we didn't talk about that amazing loading joke.
Oh.
They put the CD
gosh,
in the computer.
Good.
That was one of my notes too.
It had like everybody. It was like an intense close up, and everybody was like really into it. And somebody's like,
"Dude, I feel like that was the biggest laugh for the audience because we were probably our age range was probably like a good 10-20%. The people there were a lot older. I feel like the people there appreciated that joke a lot more. I mean, I experienced dial-up and whatnot for a good amount of my life.
Same.
But not as much as these people that were like 10 when the computers were made. But it was one of those where like it started with a chuckle and then a few more people laughed and then a lot of people were laughing.
Okay.
It was really nice. I'm kind of mad we didn't get an actual dial-up sound. That would have been perfect.
Right.
God.
And like one of the scrolls like freaking out or something. Like, what's that noise? That's
Right.
awful.
He starts bleeding.
Yeah.
The science guy. That would have been amazing.
Oh gosh.
God, when she was in that internet cafe and her connection just
Right.
stopped. Oh. Could you imagine there was a time
Nope, I can't. I just
where
can't.
computers didn't work instantly?
You didn't have one in your pocket? What?
Yeah, right.
Mind is blown.
My whole thing is still that they don't use two hands for like typing on keyboard still.
Oh God, that was amazing.
I was
She
like, wait, hold on.
you can use this whole wrist computer with ease, but you can barely type.
Yo, that just reminded me of the little girl when she's
Yeah, when she's changing the color of her
changing
suit.
the colors. You're just like, how does this girl know what she's doing? She's just rubbing her.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
It's alien technology. How do you just touch it and just all of a sudden, oh, it's changing
yeah, 'cause
colors?
she was literally just like rubbing it and making it go through all the things, and then she's like, "Oh, you should make it this color." And the girl did the same exact thing that she did before, and it was
Right.
like, "Oh, I did that on purpose."
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Hey, look, we're on the same team.
Did you? I didn't. I guarantee that there is some Easter eggs with those different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any that stood out to you? I assume they're all different suit colors that she's had.
Right. That was
I'll have to
my thing. I don't know the entire Captain
Right.
Marvel.
I'll have to watch a breakdown video at some point
Yeah.
for someone to go on about half an hour about the
Yeah.
different colors.
I'll come out in like a week or so.
I want to think that the yellow, the white and blue, yellowish and blue one.
Okay.
I want to believe that was a nod to Nova,
Okay.
but that
yeah.
could just be a different Marvel costume.
No, yeah, it very well could. I don't know. I kind of assumed that they would just be,
Right.
Easter eggs to
Yeah.
other suits she may have worn. So
I do like how totally forgot about this when she knocks on the window of the security guard.
right.
It's, I mean, that whole sequence is hilarious and like rolling down the window.
Yeah.
When she started talking to him, I was like, how are they just speaking normal English? And then she just said, is my universal language thing not working? And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
way to call me out, movie. Thanks.
All right.
I guess that's fine.
Like, no, it's working fine.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? You explained it, so assholes like me have an answer.
Yep.
God.
What are you looking at?
No, somebody just picked up my shift.
For tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, you asshole.
It is almost 4 a.m.
Yeah, we have that extra hour. God damn.
So
Yeah,
I need to sleep in now.
It is like a good 3 hours past your bedtime. I'm used to staying up this late. You're not.
I'm usually asleep by 2 o'clock.
Anyway, we'll be wrapping this up in like 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No, we're
Maybe
good.
not 30. I will say again, I thought of this earlier. Say again, I never mentioned it before. My bad. She went into Blockbuster when it was night, and then she went to the payphone and it was day.
Yep.
That was a big time gap.
Unless it was like,
Dawn.
Like
But it was
5
pretty
o'clock ish.
maybe it was like
It was-
5 o'clock and then 10 o'clock, so 5 hours, Because it's
But-
pretty bright out by 10.
But she went from Blockbuster to the payphone.
Well, she went to Radio Shack first, probably to find stuff.
Right. And then I'll just,
Yeah, give her time to make
it's not a
up
plot
the-
hole. It's just like, yeah, that's not really believable. I don't have a big point. It was just something I thought of.
Fair enough.
Who cares?
I mean,
It's
she had
for
to make
assholes
the
like-
communications device, so.
Yeah. God,
Could've taken a
that
couple
that
hours
Radio
with
Shack
old
joke
tech.
was hilarious. I never remember a time when Radio Shack looked like that.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
I don't either.
That's crazy. I would not want to get my electronics from a store that looks like it sells paraphernalia.
Right.
God dang. I don't really have anything else that really popped out before the end credit. Anything
Yeah.
from you, Trey? Nothing?
No, I'm omitting a note that I had. I thought there was going to be
Oh,
like
you brought
a
it up, you
Marvel-
gotta say it.
Okay, yeah. So, anyways, at the end, what I thought was a Marvel versus DC like clash when they were like trying to like pronounce like Marvel versus Marvel,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
oh, did they really just do that? And then I was thinking,
Right.
well, there are two different characters that are named that, so maybe it wasn't, but maybe it was because
See,
it is
I
a
forgot
Marvel.
about that. Because I keep forgetting that Shazam is Captain
Exactly.
Marvel.
Yep.
I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was like fanboy argument between how you pronounce Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I legit have seen arguments in the comics that's like, no, you pronounce it Marvel, not Marvel, blah, blah, blah. It's like, either way, that's funny. That's a meta joke.
Yeah, it's super meta.
So I was just like, that was my last remaining footnote, I guess.
Could you imagine, like, putting aside any legal issues, which there probably wouldn't be because there has been an issue before.
Yeah.
How confused would the average viewer be? It was like, there are 2 Captain Marvel movies coming out within a month?
Right. Do you even think DC would be allowed to call it Captain Marvel?
I think, because literally, they have a comic called Captain Marvel.
Right.
And so does Marvel. Just because...
They should have done it the same weekend.
Oh, man.
And the thing is, I'm going to give Shazam the benefit of the doubt and say that that's going to be a better movie.
Probably.
Not because it's a male-driven protagonist.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying because I think the story of a child being a superhero, boy or girl, doesn't matter, is a lot cooler.
Trey reminded me of that scene when they're washing dishes. I kind of hate how she just, like, handed him the pager. And just like, hey, here you go. Call me if you need me. It can reach a few galaxies.
Right. Like,
And I was like, that was it?
Yeah.
That's the best way you could have came up? Like, I don't know.
I guess it is kind of cute because they did joke about pagers earlier. So she's like, here, fucking monkey.
But, like...
A primitive human.
My only thing is, like...
Before I hear outrage, I'm not saying he's monkey because he's black. Because
Oh,
I know
no,
so
calm down. Nobody's out
fucking
to
PC
get
people
you.
out there.
I was just saying that, like, maybe, like, why would there already be a reason that you need to call her? Like,
right.
And then only for an emergency. Like, that's what I was like.
And
they completely just were like, oh, yeah, here. Only for emergencies, though. It's like, what?
yeah,
Like,
which, another tangent. Wouldn't you think a Chitauri invasion on the city of New York would qualify as an emergency? You know what I'm talking about?
you know, maybe if you just believe in your first Avengers initiative.
Which, yeah, I did bring that up. That is arguable.
Yeah.
That he had faith in the team, even though New York was minutes away from being nuked.
It's just also really hard to make a prequel movie like this.
Right, and fix all the holes when you
Fix all
haven't
the holes.
pre-planned it 6 years before.
Yeah, it's just really hard because there are things, especially like the Winter Soldier thing with the eye. Like, I don't want us to start getting redundant, but there's just things that have been established and that you kind of ruin.
It just comes with the territory that retconning should be expected.
You have people ask questions like the whole first Avengers movie. Why did you bring her?
But thankfully with that, it is arguable that he believed in his team.
Yeah.
And they did the job.
Yeah.
And Avengers 2 wasn't as big of a thing. Because it's some foreign city. Who cares?
Right. Just
We don't want New York
just a big
being
rock
destroyed.
in the sky.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Can we just redo Ultron, please?
Please.
Can we have an actual Age of Ultron?
Yes.
It is possible.
Phase 2 should
It is
have been
possible.
Age of Ultron.
Honestly,
The whole
dude.
phase should have been.
Phase 2 and 3. If anything.
What were you gonna
Sorry.
say, Trey?
I was
You sound
really looking
dumbfounded.
for like a very post-apocalyptic Age of Ultron,
Right.
and that
Yeah.
I wanted the actual age, not just
Yeah. Not
Conflict.
one movie.
Minor
maybe a
conflict.
month or so
Yeah.
of Ultron.
It was a weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's, you know. It's just-
So, speaking of Bernie, we saw a Bernie Mac poster chilling in the theater room.
Yeah.
That was cool. I wonder what that's got to be an old poster. Like a cardboard
Yeah.
thing. I wonder what that was for.
I don't know. I just want to go in there one day. Can I get a tour of like a theater?
Can we just work in a movie theater just to get free movies?
Does that
You know?
work?
it does work like that.
Yeah.
My stepmom used to work at a movie theater, so we would watch. This is gonna date it. Harry Potter.
The first one?
Yeah.
Wow.
No. It's like the third one or something like that. We saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still like. I thought you were like the newest one. I was like, that only came out like
Right.
5 years.
See, like, I would totally sell popcorn for like 1 day a week. Just to get the perks, you know?
Just go see a movie the same
Yeah.
day.
Get some free popcorn.
Or
too.
before.
Exactly.
Mm.
Dude, before my shift and after my shift? Totally.
Oh yeah.
God, there was something I want to talk about when we went off on Ultron and whatnot. What were we just talking about? The pager?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, the pager.
Wow, that's where we started.
That's where we started.
Whatever. I love how she's just like a tech whiz too.
Right.
I guess when you're super advanced,
That's
like,
part of the...
I guess what we do with computers would be seen as otherworldly to senior citizens, of course. So that's believable. I did love that joke of like, even though she's talking through galaxies, the telephone still has priority of cutting you off. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I got nothing else before this end credit scene.
Are
we
Let's
good?
run it. Yeah, I think we're good.
Running it?
I think Trey. Is there any more stuff on your notebook
The Notebook.
before that?
Another one's through. You know, outside of calling Earth Planet C-53, nothing really comes up to mind.
Yeah,
That's
what is
about
the
it.
significance of that?
I have no
probably
idea.
some Easter egg.
Yeah, I kind of figured it
Probably
was...
that's probably what they call it in the comic books.
Why
Yeah.
why are humans always called Terran? Like Terran home planet? Is it could have just been human planet?
Human.
Maybe just universal name for it.
Yeah.
I think we were scraping the barrel of the bucket here, guys. So we should talk about.
I just don't like it because it always reminds me of StarCraft. I'm like, stop it.
Fair enough. Okay. End
Love
credits.
this end credit scene, guys.
This definitely ranks in like the top 5
Yeah.
end credit scenes.
And I mean, obviously, it is powerful because it's leading up to
Right.
Endgame.
I imagine what you thought was going to happen, and same with you, Trey, was that it was going to be Captain Marvel doing something, and then she gets the page.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody thought.
But
it's kind of the opposite.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how much of a cop out, but also how like, I wish they had the balls to do it, that we go to like a distant planet. I'm gonna make the scene for you. We're at a distant planet, like, I don't know, red, maybe like a blue planet. There's some fog where we're going through like a jungle or something, and then we see the pager on the ground, like we're zooming out of it. It's paging, and it pans up. And it's just dust.
Damn.
Like she was in the 50%.
That would have been a waste of an Origins movie then, because
She's gonna come back anyways.
I know, but like,
that's like people being mad that Black Panther got faded. This was like, he has so much potential. He's like, he's coming back.
right?
Yeah, no one's
They're
dead.
not gonna get
The
rid of.
most profitable Marvel movie ever, and they
Yeah.
kill him off.
God.
Nobody's dead yet.
Honestly, is anybody gonna die?
No. It's a...
Marvel
I'm
can't.
wondering the moment she gets the pager, because like they say it happens a few times, but I wonder.
Yeah, I imagine because okay.
I imagine. Hold on. I just want to say
Okay.
something really quick.
I didn't mean to.
When it cuts to, I hope that's not her introduction. I hope we have a scene of whatever the hell she's doing.
Right. I'd like to see her reaction to seeing it,
I want it. Well, the reaction of like maybe she like
and then she just
feels it,
goes
but
straight
she,
into
like,
light speed.
sees people around her disappearing, and she's like,
Right.
"What the hell's going on?" And then she gets this pager, and she's like, "Okay."
Like, what if she has been for 20 years just helping the Skrulls
Oh my
find
gosh.
each other?
What if like the scrolls just start disappearing?
Exactly.
Oh,
She's like helping them onto a ship or something. They start fading away, and then she would feel the beeping first. Like she would like look down and then like look back up, and everyone's fading away. She's like, because she's distraught.
Yeah,
That
she
something
looks,
has to happen.
She looks broken. Like she's
Yeah.
like what? She's like, I think she's like one of those people that like if she doesn't understand it, like she's like I need to understand what's going on, and she has no
Immediately.
idea what's going on. And
Yeah.
that's how when she's like, "Where's Fury?" She just had that. That's some good directing. I think it's the
See,
Russo brothers.
yeah, that was the
directing
Russos.
her. The
Yeah.
Russo brothers were directing her there, so she was pretty good in that scene. Or those 2 words she says, but just her face, she looks terrified, concerned, and like determined to figure out what the hell just
Right.
happened.
And like she looks like she's about to beat the Avengers up.
Right? She's like
Black Widow,
why
bitch,
do
get
you
out of my
guys
way.
Have Fury's pager.
Uh-huh.
What were you gonna say?
Like, I almost thought, like, that was going to be part of the scene is where, like, you see the flames or whatever power, like, start going
Right.
up. Because I was like, oh, she doesn't look too happy to be here right now.
Because out of all the people there, who did we see? We saw Bruce, Cap, Black Widow. Was there anyone else?
War Machine.
Road.
Right, War Machine. They're not stopping her.
No.
Maybe Hulk, Prime Hulk,
Prime
could
Hulk,
put up a
but-
fight.
Not even.
Wait, I take that back. Captain America probably hold her fist for like a good half second. But besides that, yeah.
So, I want to talk about it just for a quick second. The trailer that we got where everybody's pointing out the empty space where somebody is definitely in, like, walking around with them.
What
In the second Avengers
Oh.
Endgame trailer.
Okay, yeah.
There's that mystery spot, like, where there's like Captain America, Black Widow, and there's somebody, like, in the middle of them. I feel like it's Captain.
I thought that was the thing with the Infinity War trailer.
No.
Where they were like, there was like the same thing though. They're
Oh,
like,
same thing,
Cap's
but
here,
yeah.
Black Widow's here, and they're like, there's someone behind her.
Yeah, then it was
And
a
everyone was
Hulkbuster
like-
suit or something.
No, it was like when they're in like the building, I think where they were talking to Thunder, whatever, Commander Thunder, whatever. What's his name?
Commander Thunder?
The villain from the Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or not the villain, but
That
the
guy.
general from the Hulk.
Oh, got you.
But I think it's Captain Marvel because it looks like she shows up early in the film because there's
She has
still
to.
They don't show Ant-Man because I feel like Ant-Man's the one that will progress Act 2, kind of like get
Right.
the ball moving. But
Yeah, he'd be like part of the inciting incident.
yeah, so I think she's gonna show up and kind of early on,
Yeah, hopefully.
and then
God, this has to be a 4-hour movie.
I want it to be like an
The-
8-hour movie. I want to wake up.
Yeah. This needs to be an all-day event.
I
I need to watch Infinity War for breakfast and then go to the theater
Yeah.
and be there
This,
all day.
this is going to be a full shift.
Honestly, yeah, clock in to go see Endgame.
I'm probably not gonna.
Dude,
work that day.
if I was getting paid to go see Endgame,
Oh, no. I'm
Dude, I
definitely
might-
taking the day off.
Yeah,
I might have to take the next day off
right
just to let my body, absorb and then go see it again.
I'm gonna be at work the next day, just an emotional wreck, and everybody's like, "Are you okay?" It's like, I just saw Avengers Endgame, and I'm not okay.
Right.
Can I take your order? It's like, do you need a tissue?
Maybe I could get tips.
They killed Spider-Man again.
Oh,
then-
no.
I'm like actually crying because I'm doing that voice. My bad. I do want to know the time difference between like the snapping and
Snap.
Your
I'm
kid
sorry.
keeps saying
yes,
it.
that's my
Funny how you-
hashtag. It makes
Okay.
sense though, right?
Yeah.
Between that and the end credit scene, like when they're doing damage control, like that's kind of fucked up because they're just looking at different countries and seeing a counter of all the people that are being
Yeah.
marked missing. I was like,
I think
That's
it's
gotta
over
be
a couple of years,
gut-wrenching.
actually.
That's what
Really?
everybody's speculating. A couple
Yeah.
years.
I don't know. I read some
I would
posts.
say months at most. Years is a long time.
I want to watch it again, but that shot of Bruce Banner, he kind of does look a little older. Like his hair seems, at least from that quick shot,
Yeah.
I was so on edge, but he does seem a little like
But that a few years wouldn't do that much. That would have to be like 10 years,
this is like
5 to 10.
stress.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
I mean, he has to fight, the Hulk and everything else. And,
Right.
that may not be sitting well with him.
Right.
Guys, this movie, like Caleb said, comes out in like 5 weeks.
I just think sorry, I'm
April
still
26th.
Oof.
Dude, we've been talking about it a lot, but Trey, do you realize there's just so much coming out in April? You're not into Game of Thrones that much.
Yeah.
We got Game of Thrones. We got Shazam. We got Endgame. We got some other movie probably coming out in April. We
It's a
got
list.
Did you say Hellboy?
who cares?
People care about Hellboy. It's a
No,
good
I'm just
one.
saying if they were smart, they would release Hellboy in May.
Yeah.
It's not even
But we
Hellboy
also-
with Ron Perlman, is it? It's
Right,
like-
exactly.
No.
Yeah, that's
We
why.
also got One Punch coming back for like years later for the anime fans. There's some other TV shows coming out. April's a unit of a release date. But anyway, I was gonna say I feel like a few years is just too long because I feel like you should be coping by then, So I feel like if you haven't thought of anything to do in those few years, that like what else is there to do?
Just accept it.
What has Tony been doing?
Yeah, I don't think it could be a few years if Tony's been on.
I would have to say months because there's time to set up support groups like that AA meeting looking type thing.
I
Oh,
would say,
that's
like,
fair.
2 to 5 months.
Yeah. A few weeks to a few months.
Okay. I guess I can dwindle that timeline down a little bit.
Yeah. Because Ant-Man also... Because you got to think that... I think thinking through the time span of Ant-Man, how long does it take him to get out? And how long does it take him to find Captain America? Because I would think out of everyone, he would be on a beeline to find someone, like a superhero.
But would that
So the
really
minute-
matter if you're going through the quantum realm and manipulating time and everything?
Yeah, what if? What if he does go... Like, he thinks he's in there for a few minutes, but he ends up being in there for like a month or two.
Right. Which, why is he look so young still?
But then again, when... just thinking about this freaking movie, dude. At the end of Ant-Man 2, when he goes in the realm,
Okay.
he's still talking to them through a live feed.
Yeah.
So time is still going the same, respectively, for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think time is still the same for him, but like he does discover time travel somehow. Because he's going to be the catalyst for time travel. I mean,
the old Wasp girl, she was like, look out for those time portals, because
right.
you get sucked into one of them, it's going to be hard to find you, like get you back or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you think the Scott Lang could actually like figure out how to use them?
No. Right.
And I think
if anything, he's just the unmotivated hero type of he'll just bumble his way through it and get out.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much his character.
And then, he has Tony Stark to help him because Tony Stark's one of the greatest minds.
Yeah. One of the greatest.
One of the greatest.
He might not be Shuri level, but right. I'm just thinking about this. Can you imagine the chemistry between Spider-Man and Ironheart? They would
adolescence hormones.
And MJ is already is Zendaya?
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
She is married.
No, I meant like, is she black or is she Hispanic? She's black, right?
Is she black?
We'll just go ethnic.
She could be mixed, right?
She's ethnic.
But I was like, Peter's already into girls like that, so like Ironheart wouldn't be totally out of the question. Perfect. But then again, MJ, that's his girl.
Yeah.
Do you know all the hate mail the Russo brothers or someone would get if he goes after Ironheart instead?
Right.
Yeah. I'd like to mention that I just want to know what that machine is that the pager's in.
Gosh.
What is it?
We're going to find out.
I think it's just a battery source.
Is it? God, if that's the case, can't you just plug it into a wall?
Well, I mean, who knows what the technology was back then, dude? Like, we don't know how they had to adapt.
Dinosaur.
Put some double A's in that bad boy. I mean, I guess it is Kree tech because she fucked with it. But still, we got like test tubes behind it. Why is it in like a nuclear generator?
They did say they ripped out the battery and put it to a main source. So, like, I mean, I don't know what they had to do, but they put it on an infinity source. I'm assuming
they just know
they took
it's very important, so they don't want it to die at all cost.
I didn't think about this. Where are they getting their power from? Half of the workforce in the world is gone, so nobody's probably doing their jobs.
No.
Tony Stark, you forget that he created that, the
true.
energy, like,
but you still have to have people maintaining that.
I mean,
so that could always break.
He made it super efficient, though. So, like,
yeah, but we're humans. We're not all Tony Stark. Someone's gonna fuck it up.
I mean, if Tony Stark's gonna do better for the world, might as well do it with less people on it.
I mean, you're not wrong, but in an ideal world, you know what? Someone was probably cleaning it, and someone's like a spotter for him, so he's gonna bring him back up. His spotter could have faded away, and then he fell into the machine, killing him, but then destroying the machine, and so the whole grid is messed up.
It's just tragic.
That's not.
God, I do want to know. Little theory time.
Okay.
We don't know how the Infinity Stones work. Does Thanos just snap and then automatically 50 are gone, or when he snaps, is that going to kill 50 people after all the consequences of people dying? So like, what if there's a plane full of people and the pilots fade away?
Okay, yeah.
So that's killing more than 50%.
Mm-hmm.
So does the snap account for that?
No, they just,
Or are you killing more than 50%?
You're just killing more.
Yeah, I don't think this...
Because people are driving a car, and then one person disappears, and
Right.
that car is just going to ram into somebody else.
Yeah, so more deaths are happening consequently because people are missing.
Yeah.
So I think Thanos' ideology is a little messed up
Oh, my gosh.
in logistics.
Well, it already happened.
I think with the Mind Stone, you'd be a little more thoughtful about that.
He doesn't care. He survived.
Did he, though? Did he, though? He got an axe to the chest.
He looks pretty healthy in
He's-
his farm.
He should be fine.
Did we even see him?
Yes, he grabs the fruit.
Oh, yeah, maybe that could have been a flashback.
Of what?
I don't know. Maybe he really enjoyed that fruit. And he's like, you remember that time I had that fruit?
He is perfectly fine.
Yeah. Thanos is a farmer. Really? I don't know.
But yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, this really was 30 minutes of Captain Marvel and an hour of Infinity War. It felt like. Yeah, how's our time looking?
We're at 140.
Oh yeah, we're at a good hour and a half.
Yeah.
This is a unit of a podcast.
Well, it's at 147 because you said we started 6 minutes. So
oh, we did. Damn.
yeah, so we're at 140 right now.
Dope.
So for the troopers this is by far our longest podcast.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I'm good.
It was cool seeing everyone in that
Yeah.
credit scene.
I'm good. I mean, I think we talked the shit out of this movie and that
Yeah.
credit scene.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll probably see this again while it's in the theaters.
Yeah, maybe.
And since we have
if there's nothing
A-list.
else to freaking come out.
I mean, is there?
It's
Really?
Dead in February. No, I mean the next movie I want to see is Us, and that doesn't come out till the 22nd.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
Yeah, I'll probably see it again. Just because I did miss out on a lot of jokes because
Laughter.
no, I just I was being a dick and I was like saying something to you. And I was like, fuck, what these- that happened at least like 5 times.
That did happen. Yeah.
I was like, damn it. Well, I did feel there was a lot more jokes in this movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, I felt like Joss Whedon had a lot more.
His
Put in
formula got put in there.
But yeah,
But yeah, so
if we've got nothing else to say,
that was Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I forgot to do this last time, even though I wanted to make it a thing the time before. We need a code word.
Code word? Trey,
Code
come
word.
up with a code word.
Just look around your room.
Protector. I don't know.
Just something. Pikachu, Rubik's Cube, your freaking backdrop
Say something.
that everyone looks at. Something.
Fallout.
This is when he just says something's fucked up. And he's like, that's just the only thing I thought of. I was like, whoa.
That's the only thing you didn't mention that's in my backdrop. One of the only things. I guess I can go dog treats.
Dog treats.
Dog
All right,
treats.
everybody. The code word is dog treats. If you have listened all the way to this part, then comment below when this podcast podcast drops. Dog treats. That DOGTREATS
Hey, you
for
can
those
spell
that can't
still.
spell. We also have this thing, Trey. We'll get to that part. Andrew says peace. I say bye. So you need something.
Yeah, what's going to be your outro?
Yeah, well, you're
Bye,
out.
and
I don't want ends the stream, guys.
Yep. Peace, bye. I guess I'll go the extremely long route and say salutations.
There we
Okay.
go.
All right. But before we get to that, let's take some time to plug everything.
Let's plug Trey.
Yeah. If you guys enjoyed this, for our viewers, hit up my boy Trey. That's TooTallTre, the triple T, streamer, super awesome guy. Love his stuff. Good bud. And I thank you for having us on.
Oh,
Yeah.
no problem. Thank you guys for having me.
Hope
in
you
your
will
podcast.
invite us back. later
Right.
on.
Oh, for sure.
I hope you will grace us with your presence.
Honestly, I like talking to people about movies, especially movies that I'm into. So
I do love how you have movie talk now. You have this active channel now of things that people want you to watch, talk about, discover.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Quick little side note. For some reason, Discord has been working on my phone for like a month or two. So I just thought the Discord was dead. And so I finally go on my computer and open it up. I'm like, oh my God, everything is lit up
Yeah.
with notifications. I'm just like, All right.
Yeah, maybe you should activate those, and you'll be a part of the crew again.
I don't know, my phone messed up or something. Can you tell me why everyone is just called TooTallTre?
It was a joke in a stream.
Okay.
One of my moderators, he. Okay, so
Yeah,
anyways,
I'm looking at it right now. There's at least 8.
yeah. So I was like, you know what, man? For some reason, he was like, I got a lot more power than you think. I'm like, you know what? The only thing you could do is mess around in my Twitch chat. And, well, he went around and messed around in my Discord chat and renamed everyone TooTallTre. So
it was it stalking?
yeah.
It was 100% stalking.
Yeah.
Is he in chat right now?
I believe it's pretty late for him. So
Yeah.
he's gone right now.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed it, like this podcast, comment below, like the video, subscribe if you like our witty banter.
Yeah.
Where else
funny,
are we
right?
at? Yeah. Leave a review if you're listening to
Yes.
Nervous Laugh.
Leave a review on iTunes, please. We need those reviews. So
And then when we get on Spotify and where else you get podcasts, we're working on it.
Give us a month or two. We're going to get really out there. And yeah, so this has been Andrew.
This has been Caleb.
And Trey.
Special
And
guest.
Trey. Peace, guys. Bye.
Salutations.
There it is. All right.
Alrighty, that's a wrap.